Hello, and welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. I'm kind of stumped on what to say here, because it seems like Damon is grasping heavily at straws on this, because we were accusing Eva of the murder, which is fair, until you get to the point of the game console she had in her hand somehow linking to the camera. We have no reason to believe she's working with the mastermind. However, apparently, just so happens it's the only thing that fits. Yeah. I mean, Damon's got a point. If he's wrong, she can just show the contents of the game or console itself that she was playing. Just in my opinion, it seems like a weird leap of logic.
What are you waiting for? Quit hiding the stupid thing and show it!
You're just trying to make me look bad.
The thing that she's been doing to Damon's reputation since this whole accusation started.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous of me.
What's that got to do with the game console?
You're jealous of me and my talent. That's all you are. Jealous.
It seems like it's such a strong case to prove your innocence.
Hey, calm down.
Why not just pull out the console?
Because then we would lose. Sorry, not we would lose. She would lose.
Yes! Show us the console and then you'll be done with this!
No!
Eh?
I don't have to show anyone anything.
You kind of do if you want to be proven innocent. If you were innocent, you'd be concerned of everyone's lives, including your own.
That's the most suspicious thing you could say.
It's not suspicious. I'm telling the truth.
Then you can prove it with evidence.
That's obviously a lie.
Why go through the effort of mentioning Wolfgang's blackmail if you won't reveal this?
Now that I think back on it, Ava had been staring at her console the entire tournament.
Is that true? I don't think so.
I thought it was weird, coming all the way over to the dining hall when she could have just stayed in her dorm.
True. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Well, where did she obtain this console?
Claims to be the gotcha machine.
We should discuss those details before continuing any more with these accusations.
Fair enough.
She said she won it from Tozu's gachapon.
Yep.
Seems natural he would stock that machine with dangerous items. With this being a killing game and all.
So, okay. So, yeah. But just so happens to get the item that links to the cameras. It seems like a very powerful item and or weapon to include.
Between 14 impossible culprits and one possible killer, there's no need to sort out the facts further.
I mean, we thought that way with Diana, though, didn't we?
Ava, you're the only one we can vote for.
That's such twisted logic. You're going to vote for me without being completely sure I'm even guilty?
There's no need to be completely sure, if no one else can be suspected.
Okay, so it's either drag someone else's name through the mud, or, I guess, prove your innocence.
In case anyone still doubts Ava is the killer, I'll go through the case one last time.
Okay, looks like this will be a short one.
And once all the pieces are laid out for everyone to see, I'll prove she's the killer, once and for all.
Fair enough. What did Wolfgang and Eva receive? Panel is closing the vent. The blackout. Like how the blackened has glasses. Which end the vent was called through. What did the killer steal from Jet's dorm room? Cool. What the hell is it? Let's go with the blackout, why not? What occurred right after the Wolfgang's death? The blackout, which is this one. Hooray! Closing the vent. How was the vent? This one. Hooray! What else do I have I unlocked? This one and this one. Just those two. Letters from the killer. Yeah, this one. Hooray! I'm smart. Syringe. Which I believe was... to drug Wolfgang. This one and this one. Internal plug. Car battery. Hooray! And internal plug. Which end of the cord? This one? Yay! Nailing it. Okay, so the taser. I wanted to leave in the bottle. What did the this one? Yeah. And the killer. Okay. Who took the knife? From, no. Who arrived after Wolfgang? Yep. Diana and Wolfgang being the last two to be submitted. The victim, and then the first accused, at least. Hooray, we're done!
This is how it happened! This case was directly incited by the motive Tozu introduced,
And then we get the...
in which everyone here received another person's blackmail.
really good music, in my opinion, for this segment.
Amidst the chaos that spawned, the killer saw an opportunity to commit a murder. They sent letters to two people, Wolfgang Akide, who they planned to kill, and Diana Venezia, who they planned to frame.
Yeah, why frame Diana of all people, though?
Wolfgang and Diana were asked to meet in the boiler room in 2 days' time. Wolfgang's letter told him to arrive at 8:15 a.m., while Diana's told her to arrive at 8:45 a.m.
Okay.
The messages threatened to expose our blackmail, so we had no choice but to follow their instructions.
Isn't that just assuming, though, like, how... like, because Eva knew we had Wolfgang's blackmail, and that we weren't planning to approach him. That's a big risk, though, for whoever has Diana's blackmail to approach her. Because Eva had Desmond's. You know, Mark had Ingrid's, Jet had Toshiko's, Luce has Grace's. I'm trying to think of all the who likely would have had Diana's, but the point is, this whole plan would have fell apart quickly if people actually listened to Wolfgang's idea, funnily enough.
At this point, the killer probably knew the way they were going to kill Wolfgang.
Okay.
Hence, how they reacted to this next piece of information. The following morning, it was revealed that Cassidy and Jet were going to hold a game tournament.
Yeah, I feel like that's oddly coincidental.
The point was for people to spend time together and not think murdery thoughts. But little did we know, a would-be killer was lurking nearby.
I mean, everyone was in the room, so yeah.
And how? The killer emboldened their own plans and made it so the tournament would happen at 9 a.m.
Did you just agree with yourself?
Yeah, what? Okay, are we not supposed to agree with ourselves?
Both Wolfgang and Diana turned down the offer, which must have been music to the killer's ears, since it confirmed their plan was working.
I mean, that's assuming they were shook by those two specifically.
The killer took this as a sign to commence the next phase of their plan. Later that evening, they went downstairs to the boiler room, began preparing the murder weapon.
Though it might be more accurate to call it a murder mechanism.
Yeah, I suppose.
The killer wrapped an extension cord as tightly as they could around a car battery, which had been stolen from Jet's room.
Fortunate to be fair, but yeah.
imagine the battery must have been sitting on top of the generator. Wouldn't want to risk an explosion by bringing lithium too close to the water.
The killer avoided opening the boiler room vent for this segment. Probably because they knew I'd remember it being closed originally.
I mean, that just happens to be coincidence, right? That's... Because what are the chances, oh, someone opened the vent? I mean, I guess we could ask around. But, like... I don't know, this feels like this plan just so happens to rely very heavily on the fact that no one exploded the boiler room.
A crucial part of the killer's plan would involve sliding the cord through the boiler room vent and out the other end into the dining hall. So they could then walk upstairs to the dining hall and tie the protruding part of the cord to the dining hall vent.
Seems like it.
Funnily enough, the killer was going to be needed in the dining hall very shortly.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, to help Cass and me rearrange the dining hall's furniture. We were saving the whole thing for next morning, but they convinced us to do it that night instead.
How convenient.
Their intentions were threefold. Create an alibi,
Yep.
hide the vent with a piece of furniture, and then open the vent in secret.
I suppose.
After which, they'd return to the boiler room and suspend the battery over the generator.
Which brings us to today. Knowing better than to head downstairs without protection,
That just
Wolfgang went to
proves
the
he
kitchen
didn't
and
trust
armed
anyone,
himself
though.
with a knife. Toshiko didn't notice a knife on him when the two met in the hallway, so he must have hidden it in his blazer.
Wolfgang arrived inside the boiler room at 8:15 a.m., exactly like his letter requested. As he was waiting, the killer snuck up behind him.
I suppose.
And he got smacked right in the head with that steel rolling pin and crumpled like paper.
Yes.
A syringe
Can't argue
was
with- I don't know
then
why
used
there's
to
not really much for me to
inject
say to be fair.
Wolfgang with a sleeping drug, ensuring he would remain in the boiler room until Diana arrived.
The killer might have, left the taser on the floor around this time.
I don't see why not, right? Because, I mean, no one's going to touch it besides you.
Yeah, the taser they swiped from my dorm. They must have decided to raid the place after receiving my blackmail.
Interesting that you got a picture of you on the podium instead of just of the blackmail itself.
If I'd heard about the taser sooner, I could have gotten rid of it, as well as whatever else my blackmail supposedly mentions.
It doesn't mention anything.
Save the angsting for later, will you?
Anyway, back on topic. Wolfgang was left to lie in the partially flooded area of the boiler room, while the killer ran upstairs to help set up Mark's music equipment.
How convenient and how generous.
They didn't care about the equipment. They just wanted to put a speaker next to the vent, because it would drown out the fight which was going to happen later.
Don't forget the digital clock! They wanted to get there before that became available. Don't need people knowing what time you actually arrived.
Suppose so.
My letter said to meet at 8:45 a.m., so that's when I got to the boiler room. I made sure to close the door behind me, just as the message told me to.
I don't know if I'm just hearing things, but I think door came a bit incorrect. It's like you said door.
Bad idea. Killer flipped the doorknob so that the lock was on the outside instead of the inside. You locked yourself in!
The room was really dark too. I didn't even see the suspended battery, only the blinking security camera. And then, Wolfgang.
Yeah, because you would need your eyes to adjust to the darkness.
He got up on his feet all of a sudden, and he started crying and saying these weird things.
And brandishing a knife.
I tried to keep him calm, and asked him to come over to me, which he actually did. But the very next second, he attacked me with his knife.
So, yeah, I'm still curious of who he was seeing to attack.
The drugs probably gave him a frightening hallucination, and he perceived you as a threat.
He was screaming at me, and I was screaming back. No one from the tournament could hear us over the music. At one point, I even picked up the taser, but then I threw it back down again.
And that's when the killer decided it was time.
Would the killer have known about the blast doors that Desmond pointed out?
Having set their chair to recline, they were able to casually reach down and close the vent behind them. This lowered the extension cord, causing the car battery to enter the water and discharge a huge amount of electricity.
Ah, it's an image.
Wolfgang, who was still standing in the water, was electrocuted instantly. The battery itself exploded upon reacting with the water, which the killer was likely banking on as a way to destroy evidence.
Yeah, okay.
All of this happened right under my nose. No one could have guessed that someone present at the tournament was committing murder.
How self-focused of you, Damon. Under my nose, not our noses.
The explosion also damaged the generator and caused the blackout. Everyone ended up stumbling around in the dark.
Not for long, though. We quickly came back to our senses and agreed to look for a backup generator on the underground floor.
I used a hairpin to unlock the boiler room door and ran outside, but you guys had already made it downstairs.
And you didn't want to be caught.
That's when you say you ducked around a corner and out of sight. Only after everyone went inside the closets did you then dash upstairs.
It's a good thing she did. Otherwise, we'd have found her alone in her room with Wolfgang's dead body. We would have wrongly assumed Diana was the killer, and died as a result.
Yep. So, good job for Diana for escaping. Hooray!
This complicated scheme calls to mind only one person. One person who just so happened to be sitting in a certain sofa chair.
Oh,
that
okay.
person is you, Ava Sunaka. It's over, Ava. We know the truth.
Do we, though?
It's not fair. This isn't fair.
Neither's murder. Why would you think murder's fair?
This isn't fair.
Hooray, the class trial ended.
My blood is rushing.
Wonderful, brilliant, spectacular. You've seen beyond the foul lies of this scorned mathematician and delivered the honorable truth with wit and aplomb.
Well done.
This is worthy of praise. Allow me to reward your success with...
This isn't funny.
You shut up. Without Tozu's mad rambling, the trial room had gone completely silent. Everyone was either staring at the floor or sneaking nervous glances at each other. I understand the reason for this frosty atmosphere. You found out who done it, so now you wish to know why done it.
Such a spoil sport.
Very well. Every murder mystery needs a motive, and I would be, what? And I would be loath to break the tradition from at the stage.
There must be
Eva,
something.
why did you do this? Just why?
Come on.
Come on, speak up. You have nothing to lose now. It was Tozu. Huh? Tozu made me do it.
This is...
What?
You...
You've been working with Tozu this entire time.
Such disrespect.
Me and her? Oh, please. If her plan was, what? If her plan was to secretly infiltrate the killing game, she wouldn't have given herself such an attention-grabbing title, ultimate title.
Rubbish.
I mean, seriously, ultimate liar, talk about on the nose. No, Eva is just as much of a kidnappee as the rest of you.
Son of a bitch!
Shut up, you let her get away with breaking the rules. That's proof enough you're in cahoots. Which rules is that?
Holy!
Eva broke the rules? Yeah, when she blew up the school property. True, but it was for the purpose of murder.
Fuck you!
Why was I punished for chucking a rocket at a camera, but Eva wasn't punished for destroying a generator?
Shit.
Is Eva the exception to the rule that rule was talking about? What? Desmond tapped on the screen of his trinket and conjured a familiar square-shaped hologram. With a few swipes his fingers, he located the Killing Games rules. Okay, yeah. Everyone, take a look at this second rule. Students are not allowed to vandalize any official Killing Game property, such as cameras and the Tozu trinkets. Exceptions may apply. Well, yeah, it's neither a trinket or a camera. It's a generator. Do you see how it says exceptions may apply at the end? Since Eva wasn't punished for breaking the generator, could it imply she counts as an exception?
Stop lying!
Are you going to explain how? Or are you just trying to be a contrarian?
This looks
Well,
bad.
if I had to make a guess, it's probably because Eva destroyed the generator while committing a murder.
What's all this
Are
about?
you saying Eva has a special privileges? No, No, the rules state that it was collateral in a murder, therefore it's not like an intentional act of violence towards the property. I think it's more like her method of murder was that what destroyed the generator. Meaning the generator is technically tied to Wolfgang's death.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why Eva was executed for Which is why Eva was executed for breaking it. Do you mean wasn't? Wasn't executed for breaking it?
Slow down.
That can't actually be the reason, can it?
I see.
And if it were?
Brutal!
What? You. I see. Eva believed she would count as an exception to the rule, which is why she didn't take any steps to avoid destroying the generator.
What?
She risked getting shot in the head over something she just assumed.
That ain't it.
Nah, with how confidently Eva executed the murder, she must have known for sure she wouldn't be penalized. How about it, Tozu? Did you ever share that information with her?
Who? Me?
A desperate killer is much like a hungry seagull, ready to pounce upon the slightest crumb of substance. The mere implication of a loophole ignites their senses, and they, as desperate people always do, will shred their dignity in pursuit of confirmation. So it is a loophole. So to answer your question, yes, Eva approached me with the same question your friends are asking now. And yes, I confirmed her suspicions were true.
Not okay!
Seriously? That's so unfair. I mean, it's not the first person, it's just not the only one to talk to Tozu alone.
Pathetic.
Unfair? Answering a reasonable question is far from unfair. Have you never asked a professor for help on an assignment? Sure, your professor won't do the work for you. But they'll be happy to clear up any confusion you may have. Then, why did Eva say you made her kill Wolfgang? I suppose you could say Eva and I made a deal.
Huh?
A deal? What kind of deal? A deal to begin the killing game.
Impossible!
In exchange for agreeing to perform the first kill, she would receive a special perk.
Plot twist!
The traitor perk.
Holy!
What do you mean, the traitor perk? Is it the tablet Eva has? I mean, she refused to show it to us when we asked. Mind that a host cannot simply hand over a traitor perk to anyone who asks. For a student to be eligible for a perk, they must first earn it.
That was very...
What do you mean by earn it? Do you recall the little tidbit I shared with you about the pharmacy? You know, the one with the secret lurking inside? So she found it. Was it the numbers we thought it was? You see, a very interesting secret is lurking beyond this door. That secret. You were referring to the traitor perk.
Well done.
Indeed I was. When I said that a very interesting secret was lurking inside, I meant it quite literally. The only thing separating you from the perk was a few inches of stainless steel and a pin pad. A pin pad. Oh gosh, you're talking about the big door I found tucked behind the shelf.
I see.
I see. It was hiding the trader perk all along. How did he ever figure out the password to the pin pad, though? Did she enter a bunch of random numbers until it, like, finally opened or finally worked?
Well,
Or she just, you know, looked at the clues. Easy enough. 4-digit code would have thousands of potential combinations. Unless Eva encountered unbelievable luck, the chances of her guessing the code is in only a few days is extremely unlikely.
How?
Then how did she get access to the trader perk? The 4 numbers to unlock the pin pad, how did Eva figure them out? There's only one way. Only one way I can see her obtaining the correct answer. It's to do with the poster, isn't it? The mysterious poster at the pharmacy. Nah? What posters are you?
Well
Ding
done.
ding ding, correct. Yes, the hidden inside the pharmacy's one of the pharmacy's rooms is a poster which reveals the code to the pin pad. 0101.
For real?
For reals?
No.
How can that poster reveal the code, though? The price. Or is that 10? Yeah, 1010. 2 Azu coins. I knew it had to be important somehow. None of the visuals made sense, which is why exactly it caught my attention. But I didn't know what to do with the information. How to decipher what I'm seeing? It's a 4-digit. It's 4 numbers. And that is where you fell short of your mathematically gifted peer. With a keen eyesight and quick thinking, she saw the poster for what it really was.
Plot twist!
An equation. Equation? What? Positively adorable, as low as 1010. W.I. Weeks? Every detail is deceitful. Those explanations of grandeur may, in fact, be hints. What? So I'm trying to think. If it's capital letters, it's TCWAE. Anyway, for someone's nature, and a large star is standing for a coordinate plane. What? Cool. Well, none of them matters anymore. The passcode to that precious pin is, after all, being changed as we speak. To quote the words of my parents, the road to freedom must always be paved with obstacles.
Heckin' twisted!
No way, a math equation is totally up Eva's alley. Eva, you told me you couldn't understand the poster.
Why the long
Of course
phrase?
you did. The equation is the key to the trader perk. Handing it over would mean handing over the perk.
Shit.
Or handing the perk over. So the trader perk was Eva's reward for solving the puzzle?
Anybody?
The heck even is the perk? You still haven't explained that yet.
Ooh,
I assure
me?
you it's a very handy thing to have. You see, this trader perk allows you, the owner, to access the school's security cameras using a tablet. Very well. So that is okay. So we were right. Well, Damon was right. Through a very weird leap in logic, in my opinion. That tablet, of course, being on Eva's person right now. What?
Damn it.
So, I was right. You accessed the cameras in the boiler room, which is how you saw Diana enter.
Oh, crud!
I thought it was weird Eva wouldn't show us the tablet, but I didn't think it was actually wired to the school cameras.
But then...
Then, the reason I saw the security camera light blinking was back in the boiler room. It's because Eva was watching me.
What?
This is making too much sense.
Nonsense.
Eva, how could you negotiate with your kidnapper? Why would you have any reason to trust him? I had no choice. I either take his deal and give myself a chance to escape, or I would die in here with the rest of you.
You.
That selfish attitude is the reason we've ended up in this mess. Not really, because let's be fair, you've ostracized Eva from the beginning. Like, before you even knew we were in a death game, Kai was afraid of Eva. Fair enough, she chose the Ultimate Liar title as on her own terms. But she was excluded from the group. Didn't we promise to make it out if you had together? If you had murdered one of the only people who could have handled this situation... Okay, we mean one of... Or I guess rather, what do you mean only? Wolfgang barely had a handle on it during the prologue. You might have made progress in escaping.
Hang on.
Even if I didn't kill someone... even if I didn't kill, someone else would have eventually. And if they were in my position right now, they wouldn't even admit what they've done. Maybe, but, however, if you had the traitor perk, just watch the cameras. You would see someone kill eventually. They'd cry and snivel and try and guilt you. They wouldn't be honest like me.
Watch it.
Honest or not, playing Tozu's game was risky. You were trapped in a small space with witnesses everywhere. That's not a gamble you should have taken.
What a joke.
We had food, we had shelter. All we had left to do was wait for our eventual rescue for this place. 2 out of 3 on that one. But
Stop it!
I would have died first. Huh? It was obvious from what was happening with Wolfgang. His constant jeering at me over the few mistakes I'd make, while the rest of you followed his lead. If the class trial had ever happened with him around, he would have accused me of being the killer without evidence. And you all would have believed him. She's not wrong. Damon or not, I have to agree with Eva.
Whoa!
That's not... You're a sheep. All of you are, I guess.
Shut up!
Because of Wolfgang, I was isolated from everyone else. He turned me into the easy target for murder. And if I was murdered, would the rest of you even bother to find out who killed me? There's no way you would. There's no way anyone would. You're all the worst. I hope you rot here.
Bro?
That's cold, man. She's allowed to be angry. She's not wrong.
You really let me
Even
down.
if we had some rough spots, some of us still tried to get along with you. During the gaming tournament, I was fine with you joining.
Ugh.
You think a few games was enough to forgive everything you did to me? Okay, what about Damon? None of you actually care for me. None of you. I've never been anything to anyone.
Huh?
What do you mean? It really is the same in here as it is out there. I'm always the one that people hated. I didn't choose this talent. I was just doing what others wanted me to do. It's weird that these I'd say sort of, for the most part, look like young versions of other people. I don't know who Golden Boy in the back is, but I don't obviously mean him. I was the prodigy student with that adults wanted me to be. I thought I did everything right, but I still kept getting judged. I was gonna say jeered again. Everyone else around me resented me, hated me, because they wanted the love I received, or what they thought was love. And despite all my hard work, the UTP turned me into something I'd never wanted to be. Even if I wanted to return to normality, it would be impossible. I'm stuck with this talent for life. And now, when I try to be something I'm more than a sad joke, I get hit with the realization that all my efforts were nothing. Yeah, you murdered someone. That's not being not a joke. It's being a criminal and a murderer. I never could be anyone else. I think you could have. You just went around the wrong way around it. Ugh. You went around it the wrong way. I'll never get what I deserve. I mean, you killed someone, so chances are you're gonna get what you deserve. But I cared.
I don't
Eva,
understand.
I cared about you. I don't get it.
Why?
Eva, why did you frame me? I cared for you and stood up for you whenever I could. That's not
Don't
true.
say that!
I wanted to be your roommate. I wanted to help you. That's true.
I don't
It didn't
want
mean anything.
to.
Why? You still agreed with everything Wolfgang said. No matter what he did to me, you kept on supporting him. Is that why you tried to frame me for his murder? I think it's because you were the closest person. Yeah, and you deserved it.
No.
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 Diana let her sob and nearly fell onto a podium. Diana. Eloise ran over to Diana and put her arm around her shoulder. Eloise isn't no innocent angel either. She threatened to kill me just for getting medicine.
How can you believe
Why'd
that?
you have to kill Wolfgang in front of her? It's so cruel. And bullying isn't? I'm not here to argue semantics, but no one here except Damon is probably innocent, let's be fair. The 14 people left. The 13 people left. Bullies. Eva's a murderer, that's 14. Myself as Damon is 15, and what has Damon done wrong? Exactly. I had nothing. She obviously knew what she was doing. Both the cause and the time of death were mentioned in the mock trial. So it stands to reason that they would be mentioned here too. When Eva realized that, she tried to leverage it against us. I'm sure receiving the little camera perk made it all too easy to time the murder.
Shut it!
Enough of this already. So Eva's a privileged person who thinks her life sucks. Who cares?
Fuck you!
You took Wolfgang's life. The only thing that you deserve is some comeuppance. 50-50. I'll half agree. I'll put 1 foot on Grace's side, 1 foot on Eva's side. You deserve punishment for murder. I mean, but the way she's been treating her life, she needs to get some sympathy.
Sheesh.
I doubt she's actually telling the truth. Murdering someone because they lied about their inoffensive talent? Even she must know how ridiculous that sounds. What? No. She murdered someone because of the harassment she received because he was idolized. No reason. What are you twisting her words for? She's already lost.
How can that be?
If Eva didn't kill Wolfgang because she was scared, then why did she kill him?
Honestly?
Why else but to escape the killing game? I doubt any one of us would have treated... What? I doubt any of us were ever a threat to her. In fact, it probably was the complete opposite. Okay, Winona. Wolfgang 2.0.
Shocking.
She thought she was smarter and better than all of us. That's why she thought she could win the class trial. I mean, she's proven to be smarter than the rest of us. She solved the puzzle and no one else could. She's better than us because she's managed to kill one of us. The only difference is she couldn't argue her way out of it.
My thoughts
Yes,
exactly.
I agree with Winona. Simp. That's all I can say. Shut up. In that case, do you reckon Eva killed Wolfgang because of his abilities as a lawyer? I mean, that would be a valid reason to kill Wolfgang specifically. But that's not the reason that Eva said. She herself admitted that he would have suspected her if he was here. Clearly, Wolfgang is the best person to kill if she wanted to escape. Yeah, that is true. That's something I'll agree with Winona on.
Nope.
And anyway, Eva isn't the only one who's vulnerable. There are people here with even weaker bodies and weaker minds. Weaker minds, yes. Weaker bodies, who? Anyone is looking for an easy kill. Who has the weaker body? Would know who to target them first. I guess Toshiko. Never mind. Fair enough for weaker body. Mark's got a pretty strong mind, in my opinion. Fair enough for body, I guess. It doesn't matter. Even if no one targeted me, I still would have died first. How so? Because of the perk, huh? Tuzu told me that if I didn't use the perk to murder someone as soon as possible, I was going to die.
What did you say?
What?
Nonsense!
Is that true, Tozu?
Who?
Guilty as
Me?
charged. See? So she's still a victim.
Dude,
No way. Tozu never told me the number of days I had left. Just that I need to kill soon. If I didn't kill soon, I'd die.
This isn't
I had
fair.
to do something. You can't blame me for that. If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same. She probably would have. But she's probably going to look down at you for thinking that, Eva. It's your own fault. You're only in that situation because you took the perk. We don't know the situation. What if it was, as soon as the pin was put in, it was automatically gained?
No!
Tozu targeted me with a math puzzle. He offered the perk when I was at my lowest points. You guys were approached the way I was and offered the chance to go home. You would have taken the perk too.
Stop it!
You're just a bunch of hypocrites. You want to make me look like a villain to feel less bad about killing me. She's not wrong. Eva's correct. The number of people I respect in this out of this cast is dropping like flies. Off the top of my head, we've got John, Cassidy, Jet. It's the top 3 people I respect, I think. Not including Damon, because obviously we are Damon. Who else is there? No. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a tier list of it. I don't know. Of the people I respect. But those 3 are the top 3. You know, they're the only ones who've been decent human beings 100% so far. Maybe if Eloise didn't threaten to murder me, she would also be up there as well, but... Killing her? That's right, how could I forget? If the blackened was uncovered...
Dumbass!
Enough already. I'm sick of talking to the scumbag. Get on with the execution, will you? Alright, alright. The soap opera is entertaining, but I realize it's time to change the channel. Huh? Wait, don't tell me you're actually going to. Oh boy. So what's it gonna be? Yeah, because like, based on talent, or based on the animal motif that everyone seems to have.
Holy!
All of a sudden, the elevator behind us began to turn alive. The whirring of the machinery could be heard from the other side of the doors. A roar of loud and rhythmic and mechanical symphony.
The show must
Do not avert your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies, not lazies. I hear a lot of budget went into this. No, don't. No, I don't. What's going on? This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
My blood is rushing.
To the victor go the spoils. Hail the honorable dead. Avenged at last. I don't deserve this. I mean, you do. Also, I don't know if it's me or not, but what I'm seeing is shaking on the screen is a lot less than the ones on OBS. Even if you hate me, I don't deserve this. May our charitable justice inspire fear and humility within these wretched souls.
Don't kill me!
This isn't fair. I don't deserve to die. I deserve to live. I deserve to live. And stir the hearts and the minds of those bearing witness. Ready, everyone. Let's the show begin.
I want to live. I deserve to live.
I mean, you murdered someone.
I'm going to live.
Hey, I'm not feeling your chances, man.
I'm going to live!
Open. Don't listen to me. Not like we just proved everyone wrong. And now we present... I don't want to hit any buttons just in case. The execution of Eva Sunaka. Or Suna. And she's running. Huh? Enjoy the show. Classic. Starting with this. Oh, that's gonna... She's gonna pass out before anything. Oh, fiery furnace affliction. The ultimate something. Run if you want to. You're on a conveyor belt. I don't see how that's anything to do with the talent. Unless... Is it going to be a lie? Well... A track star. Well, this is helping you. Protractors. Oh, that's gonna hurt, especially when they jab you. What's exactly happening? Why are you tripping? Or is it just rotating? That's Scream. Pencils and stuff. Oh, nails. Oh, the crawling. Oh, okay. At least she's got glasses on or something to at least protect her eyes. Oh, no. Are they really going to do this? Are they going to have previous bodies puppeteers? I don't know if that's going to be a... Ooh, okay. Oh, it's a doll. Okay. I'm just saying, though, if it's going to have, like, all the bodies previously murdered puppeteering above them... Ooh, Damon's crying. Okay. It is interesting, though, because... well, even with Wolfgang gone and Eva gone, that just puts us as public enemy number one, despite us carrying everyone through the trial.
I can't.
Everyone's just screaming now. My entire body has seized up. I couldn't move a single limb. I couldn't say a single word. All I could do was stand there and stare, my mind at a complete and total loss.
There's no way.
So that's what punishment entails. Well, hopefully you would think that means no one else is going to murder now. Let me go home. Please let me go home.
Isn't this
Goodness,
lovely?
Talk about a heated moment. Eva put up quite a fight. For a second there, she almost had me believing we underestimated her.
Moving on.
Just kidding.
Oh, be
How could you do
damned.
this, forcing these innocent people to kill each other?
Terrible.
So judgmental.
Just
Need I
terrible.
remind you that this is a student-on-student warfare?
Get out.
Just shut up already. Eva, why? You just needed a friend. I could have been the friend you needed. Okay, Diana. Feels more like that's ego talking, but okay. Why did you? Because we've explained why. The harassment.
I can't believe
I think I'm going to be sick. I don't even know what I'm feeling anymore. I just don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Oh, shit!
We're totally going to die here. I'm going to die here, aren't I? I hope so. But knowing my luck, you'll survive.
I can't be like this.
No one else is going to die here. We're going to be okay. Sorry, Ingrid, but you've kind of just jinxed yourself to dying the next chapter, man. Come on, repeat it after me. I'm here, and I'm okay. I mean, realistically, they should go after me, but again, if people are going to ignore the fact that I carried them through the trial, I guess that benefits me. Maybe they'll go after Winona next, because Winona seems pretty good at twisting people's words. I'm here, and I'm okay. I'm here, and I'm okay. This was my reality. The fear of death has already been heavy on my shoulders ever since the Killing Game was announced. But now, it had completely enveloped me. I can't do it. I can't lie to myself again. Again?
It's all my fault.
I'm not okay. I'm never going to be okay. I could have changed things. I could have saved her. You could have, but you started too late. And him, Wolfgang. If I just dragged him out the water, I could have saved him. You would have died. And why didn't I save him? You would have died.
Whoa!
Diana, you had no way of knowing what was going to come next. He was wielding a knife too. Anyone would have done what you did. Did he really bring a knife for self-defense? Yes. Usually a comment like this would have gotten a rise out of Grace, but she stayed completely silent. I can't let it end. Wolfgang's kindness, or lack thereof, can't let it go for anyone forget.
It is how it is.
That goes without saying. I'm sure everyone will remember what Wolfgang did for us. What did he do for us? Jean, I'm sorry, you did more work than he did. I never thought of the length of my talents can go. The ability to change others' appearances to the best version of themselves. That's only surface level, though. That's not... Diana, that's only surface level. I've always been someone who sits in front of the mirror. I've never really put myself in that place. Diana, you okay? If I can't save Wolfgang, then at the very least... Maybe I can live for him.
I can do this.
Believe me.
Oh my god. Eva, you're an idiot. You just made Wolfgang a martyr. Oh my god. Okay then. Yeah, he's a martyr. I'm public enemy number 1 because Eva's gone. Oh, this is gonna be it. The writers are doing pretty good on this because it's making it a challenge for the player. You didn't do anything wrong, Diana.
Pardon me.
Yeah. I can do this. I can fill the life he wasn't able to live. You want to marry his mother? Or not his mother, but someone who looks like his mother? Oh wait, no, what? I don't know. Who is he trying to be? Was he trying to be his father or trying to be his mother? I don't know. I'm trying based off the words he's... The questions I'm asking are just not making sense. Huh?
Like a chameleon, I will adapt.
Okay. Well, like a sheep... Oh, sorry, yeah. Like a sheep, he followed the letter and got killed. Like a crow or a raven. I don't know. She got some shiny items. Cool. Rest in peace, Eva and Wolfgang. What is the argument of the chameleon?
I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps and continue what he wasn't able to accomplish.
To become a lawyer. Okay.
I'll become something
A lawyer.
new.
Tears was running down Diana's face, but her expression, somehow it looked determined. Okay. I don't know, I'm not interested knowing... It seems like... Yeah, knowing how Wolfgang treated Eva, I can't, in good conscience, support or celebrate Diana's development. Because he was just a douchebag. Like, Eva, as Eva pointed out, he was just a few minutes late to a meeting, and that was enough for him to not be in the best of moods with Eva. Couldn't understand it, despite everything she's been through. And here she was making a silly vow about continuing Wolfgang's legacy, acting like she's a hero from a storybook. Has this girl lost her mind? Thank you, Damon! Wolfgang and Eva, neither of them deserve this. True, correct. They were still douchebags, though. I won't let that happen to them. What? I won't let what happened to them happen to anyone else here. Bad news about that.
We won't back
For both
down.
their sakes, I'll save everyone from this killing game.
You've got to
Take
be
this
kidding
seriously,
me.
will you? Thank you, Winona.
What?
It seems your peers aren't as much in the mood for heroic monologues.
Moving
Anywho,
on.
anyhow, I can read. It's been a long day. The crime scene has already been cleaned up. Unless you have any further questions for me, you are all free to return to your dorms. So, any further questions?
Get lost.
You don't speak for the rest of us, Desmond. Huh?
Ingrates.
Now, where have I heard that one before? In all seriousness, I'll take that as a no.
Good evening.
Until next time, everyone. Just like last time, Tozu walked over to the throne.
Is it this
By the by,
lovely?
you're safe to ride the elevator back up. We set it back to the default mode. What you glimpsed before was simply a punishment mode. On that ominous note, he was lowered underground. Hey guys, should we just go back to our rooms? I mean, how do we usually just do these? It's about time we draw this date to a close. Good idea. Oh, we didn't even have food. I mean, there was breakfast, and then the gaming tournament, the investigation, the trial. We had breakfast. People silently made their way to the elevator. Horror and despair etched into their faces. It was clear today's events would not be easily forgotten. And then there was me. Everything I'd been ruminating over. The devastating images which had been plaguing my mind. Wolfgang's murder. The trial. Eva dying right in front of me, swallowed by a pit of fire. It had all retreated to the corners of my mind. The only thing I could focus on now were those 5 words. I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps. Is Damon going to hate it as much as I do? Hearing those words come from Diana after everything that's happened. Seeing her raise her chin and act so tall and proud, just like Wolfgang once did. It made you filled with rage and fury. Yeah. Because he's... Yeah. Way to go, Damon. Beneath the veil of hypocrisy. And who did... Oh, damn. Winona's alone now. Feather. Are we gonna get a bunch of more stuff added to the end screen after each chapter? I mean, it seems mostly the killer stuff. But oh well. Anyway, yeah, it's probably shorter than the other ones, but hopefully I can see you in the next one. The next season's got, it's probably going to be a while before it's out, but in the next video at least. With that, goodbye.